Good morning, Patrick here, live from Complete Health, and just wanted to go through 2 drinks that I use at this time of year to make sure I keep my immune system working really well. But at this time of year, it's starting to get a bit cold, the mornings are getting a bit dark, it's not that get up and go type feeling. Now, I'm a massive coffee fan, however, I try to limit myself to 2 to 3 cups a day. And so a nice way of getting those nice hot warm drinks in during the winter and making sure that we can still boost our immune system and get some benefits from it. I've got 2 teas that I personally make on a relatively regular basis that just help me feel good, have some really good immune benefits, as well as some other benefits, especially when you look at stuff like cinnamon, cardamom and spices and turmeric and these small spices. Not only do they taste amazing, they have huge benefits, but what you have to make sure is you're just a little bit careful with when you prepare these, how you prepare them, because if you do it too hot, you can actually kill a lot of the nutrients. So I've got 2 teas that I use, both really good for keeping yourself warm, getting some great health benefits during the winter. So the first one is a green tea. So you just boil a green tea, do the green tea first with the boiling water, let it sit and steep for about 3 minutes, and then add a few matchsticks kind of sizes of ginger, and then a slice of lemon where you actually slice down the middle of the lemon, and then just a tiny squeeze, just enough so that it releases, but you don't want to pull it all apart. Lemon is probably one of the most alkaline things you can consume into your body. However, if you put it straight into the boiling water, what it will actually do is it will kill a lot of the vitamin C and nutrients in your lemon, and you're not getting the same benefit. Same again with the ginger. You want to have hot water, which is why you steep the the green tea first, and then you add the ginger and the lemon afterwards, just to kind of finish it off and get that flavor. And this one is probably the easier one of the 2 because it requires very little prior preparation. Now the other one is, they originally knew it as yoga or yogi tea until yogi became a brand. And yoga tea is essentially what chai tea is, chai tea. A lot of people have chai tea or dirty chai lattes and whatever nowadays, which is essentially a very milky version of the same thing. And you use these herbs and spices, and they're Indian spices, all of which having huge benefits both for our immune system and our nerve system. So you use 2 bags of black tea, and you put this in a saucepan with about 500 mils of water, and then you put in 6 cracked cardamom pods, a cinnamon stick, a little grate or a pinch of nutmeg. If you've only got powdered nutmeg, you just put a little pinch. You really don't want to use a lot of this, it's super overpowering stuff. Cloves, a couple of black peppers, and then whatever it is you're going to use to sweeten. I use a little bit of maple syrup, but I try not to use too much. When you use loads of sugar, essentially this has a detrimental effect. So this is the reason why I use maple syrup, because it's unrefined. And you're going to sit and leave this to steep in a saucepan for about 15 to 20 minutes to really get the flavors out. And then you're going to put it through a strainer. You can store this in the fridge, or just put it back on the hob as and when you want to use it. Or again, if you're making it for a couple of people, this kind of recipe will serve maybe 2 to 3 people. And then you just add a little bit of milk at the end if you want it. Personally, I can drink it both black or with milk. But the cinnamon, really good for your immune system. Stuff like the herbs and spices, super anti-inflammatory. Anything that has an anti-inflammatory effect on our body, so it brings down inflammation in our body, starts to allow our white blood cells to work better. When there's inflammation going on in the body, it's almost like glue for certain cells. It doesn't stop them, but trying to walk across a room when it's all gluey on the floor, we've all been to a pub or a nightclub where people have spilt all their drinks on the floor, and it feels like a lot of work getting from one side of the room to the other. Now you've got to imagine this is the same kind of thing for our cells inside of our body. If we have too much cholesterol in our blood vessels, it stops our blood from being able to pull through. It's like walking on glue. Same again, if we've got too much inflammation, it's very difficult for our white blood cells to get around those tissues, and again, that can slow that down as well. So 2 of my favorite recipes, so it's like a dirty chai, the chai recipe. Dirty chai is a chai latte or a chai tea with actually coffee added to it. Not my favorite. I'm a big fan of coffee, so I'll try anything once, but I think coffee is supposed to be coffee and chai tea is supposed to be chai tea. The two of them were not made for each other. So maybe give these two a try. Tell us how you get on with them. Maybe you'll see some really cool health benefits as well. With all of these things, it's about consistency, doing these things on a regular basis. And also they just taste awesome. So just enjoy the flavors, especially going into winter, because it's starting to get a bit colder now. So enjoy those nice warm drinks during those cold winter days. I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Take care.